Welcome to the Ramblecast Afterdark. And if you're expecting a song from my co-host, you're missing out tonight. So Jack's not even here to listen to it. So if an opening theme song happens when Jack's not here, does it really even happen at all?
Exactly, because I only play for him because I expect every week to constantly top myself. And it's just like, he's not.
Sometimes I think that you just in our group chat for the podcast. Sometimes I think you just text to Jack things.
Oh, absolutely.
Because case in point here, you texted the group a screenshot of your Apple TV notification talking about the new Godzilla, and you put the show with Kurt Russell, and I'm like, I almost responded to that like, that's just for Jack, am I right? Like,
it's 100% for Jack, yeah. Because like I know, I mean, we all know each other, pretty much.
Yeah,
we know each other at this point. And Jack will go, "What show is that again?" And so I'll go, "The one with Kurt Russell." Oh yeah, I need to watch that. And so that's why.
Yeah, Jack shorthand basically is what that was. Yeah. So, I just that part cracked me up. So, Jack will be joining us if you're watching us live or you're tuning into us. He will be. He's just running a few minutes late. I assume some baseball podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure it's his other multiple podcasts. Like, we're on a roll.
Yeah. Since he's not here, though, I'll just go ahead and do this since he's not here.
Sure.
But did you watch this? Did you watch the new?
Oh yes, I did. Like I had seen it, and I didn't really. I see so many fan made stuff that at first I didn't realize it was real, and then I was like, "Whoa,
right?
Wait a minute!" And I was like, "All right, yeah," and I got excited.
I feel like you always have to check the official to see. So if you're watching YouTube, if you're watching with us YouTube, I'm playing the mall trailer, which just dropped. Was it today?
Today, right? I think it was today. Yeah. So Mall Shadow Lord. I think it's just 2 episodes.
No, I think it's 10.
Is it 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I read it wrong.
I think they're doing what I saw, that they were doing 2 episodes.
On the first day. That's where I was reading.
No, I think they're doing 2 episodes all the way up from starting on April 6th all the way up to May the 5th or May the 4th. I think they're running 2 episodes each. So it'll be kind of nice because sometimes just getting that bite-sized, this is 20-minute morsel. It's kind of nice if there's a duality or there's a 2-part kind of story. So it looks like they're introducing another Jedi, a Twi'lek, pink Twi'lek this time, who seems to be kind of, I don't know what that was, that like little blaster thing. When that happened the first time I watched it, I was like, wait, what was that? So you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, I just watched it the one time and I was like,
that little part right there. I don't know what he's shooting there, but that's.
I think it's it's one of those. I think it's one of those like clone trooper Gatling guns.
And who's this person right here? It almost looked like Darth Nihilus, but it's not. It's a different.
No, that is the Sith. What are they called? Inquisitor. That's the Inquisitor that Ahsoka kills in Tales of the Jedi at the very beginning or end.
Oh, okay.
He's like torturing some family on a farm looking for Jedi. Because there's a kid there that's a Jedi, and then also Ahsoka shows up, and he kind of turns around and he goes, I thought you were long dead, like Miss Tano or something like that, and then she kills him basically Obi-Wan style with one
slash. Yeah, nice. It looks cool though, the trailer, and now that thanks for joining us, Jack.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Sound like
that's okay.
Sound like you got a little bit of a cold, but maybe not.
No, I just running around.
You can wait to join us here. We'll just take you out of the chat here.
Yeah. Well, while I've got you, we're just kind of talking about Star Wars. I am on chapter 14 now of Brotherhood.
Okay, Brotherhood. Yeah.
So for anyone out there, this is a book that takes place very early in the Clone Wars chronologically, and it's and so I had done a little bit of a rewatch of the Clone Wars starting from the beginning, and I watching it chronological order, starting with the original cartoon series, which is no longer canon, but I consider it canon.
Sure.
When the first time canon, aside from that one, after the confrontation with Anakin, where she falls off the cliff, when you see Ventress in the Filoni series, she knows who Obi-Wan is, and I was like, how does she know who Obi-Wan is? She hasn't met him yet, and then so I found this book, which it's like 4 years old now, which I was shocked that I missed out not knowing about it, and the first 8 chapters are kind of pointless. you kind of get the point. Like all you need to know is that there's a crisis on Cato Nemoidia, and Obi-Wan wants to go, and Anakin wants to go, and then you can literally just skip like the first. Knowing that, you can literally skip the first 8 chapters. But then, somewhere around chapter 9 or 10 is when it starts to finally pick up, where it's like now he's starting to go, and Anakin's talking about how he wants to go, and they have it's getting now just to where it's good, and Ventress has been introduced but not introduced yet. In the book, she's just a figure that's been heard by a guard. It's like some woman that's bald and has tattoos, and I'm like, oh, I know who that is. And I'm like, so yeah, but yeah, so I'm liking it so far. We'll see where it goes. I had recently.
Go ahead. Well, I had recently listened to Outbound Flight, which is Timothy Zahn. No longer canon, considered legends, but it does connect to Thrawn. Thrawn's in it. I didn't realize he played such a part. I should have known, since it's Zahn, that he would have been part of it. But Outbound Flight kind of explains Jorus Sabaoth, who later appears in Heir to the Empire trilogy. And this book, Outbound Flight, kind of it sets up the dominoes of how Jorus Sabaoth was cloned and what have you. So that's been the book that I've been kind of audiobook listening to. But I've been kind of juggling because every time I go back to teach the history of comics, I start listening to the history of comic books. It's kind of like eating my vegetables. It's like, okay, I've listened to this book before, but I'm kind of combing through it again, reminding myself of certain facts that I might have forgotten or how things connect. So I it's like, I'll get back to that. But Outbound Flight is also cool because it is early. Is it Qui-Gon? Is it Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was kind of an interesting kind of like, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is taking place before.
Yeah, because there's two audio or 2 books before Phantom Menace, and I think
you could have been late, Jack.
Yeah, I know. Well, we started talking about Jack because you weren't here yet, But
yeah, but your song was outstanding.
I knew you would like it. We actually commented on that after I was done, saying like, man, like it's hard to do one, with Jackson here because he always likes them so much.
I do. It's my favorite part of the show.
So you have Cloak of Deception and Outbound Flight are I think the 2 that are before Phantom Menace, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I am. Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, I've also, not only with the novels. So I've been reading so much Star Wars comics for a good 6 months now. I've been kind of going through a lot of the comics, not only stuff that I just physically own, but also stuff that through the app. So there's a Marvel Unlimited app, so if you ever have a tablet, it works great with an iPad or a tablet, but you can also read it on your phone. And it's just a subscription thing. So if you want to do it for a month and you're not using it, kick it off or whatever. But that's how I really, because even though I have a lot of comics, it's actually almost like better if I'm not beating them up. So I can just kind of, so now I think it's kind of like how they do with movies where they don't want to put out the new stuff fresh in the app. So they wait like about 3 or 4 months before the new stuff hits. But the series that I really enjoyed, I think you would enjoy it, Nick, just from it's such a wide a range of stories, but the Star Wars tales that Dark Horse did in kind of like the early 2000s. There's a I picked up a lot of the trade paperbacks. I went into a half price bookstore nearby, and they had almost the entire set, and I was like, yoink.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, and because I do like reading the physical copy over the digital copy.
Yeah.
But that series, I really liked it because it's an anthology. So it pulls all over the place. It's like, oh, hey, I'm getting a Clone Wars. Hey, I'm getting Luke Skywalker. Hey, I'm getting something way in the future, way in the past. And then you get a lot of different art styles and really unique takes on stuff that's both in story, but also kind of on the outside. Like it, like there's a funny tale about two troopers and talking about Vader, and it's just kind of like side story stuff. So anyway, that's our little Star Wars Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Well, speaking of audiobooks, did either one of you guys watch the first episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms on HBO?
I did not.
No.
Okay.
I forgot it. I forgot all about it.
So
I did too.
Yeah. So George R. R. Martin for a long time, wrote Game of Thrones, which is a Song of Ice and Fire.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, never.
Can you describe it to me in a nutshell?
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but I heard it ends really well.
Well, he
uncontested.
At roughly the same time, in between the books, he would write a little novella called they were called the Duncan Egg Tales, and they're just a little short story.
I've heard you talk
100
about
years.
Duncan.
Yeah, set 100 years before a Game of Thrones starts. So it's when the Targaryens are still in power and all this. And they're not like they are in that world, but they're not like Game of Thrones that you don't have like multiple characters interweaving. It's just literally from the point of view of this one knight and his squire. And they're just cute little stories.
I love that stuff.
But they're neat.
I like
and
tales, stuff like that, where it's just like a.
And if you read them, there are little things in the Song of Ice and Fire books, like just little things that kind of, it is 100 years before, but it is mentioned. And so it's just like little things where you go, oh, I see what they're doing there, and it's pretty cool. And it's sad because it's just like with the main books is that he kind of quit writing those as well. The last one that was published was 2005, and supposedly he has 2 more done, but he's just never published them. And you're like, well, what the hell? And he wants to do 9 of these little stories, but they're neat. And in this first season, there's only going to be 6 episodes, and this one is probably of the 3 is probably the best one. But it kind of starts like.
What do you mean of the 3?
There's the 3 novellas. Of the 3 novellas.
Of the 3 novellas.
So I assume they'll do 3 seasons pretty close. And it's one of the things that's going to frustrate me, of course, with HBO, because the squire is a kid. It's a kid, and if he doesn't publish another book, then the kid's going to age out like they all do. And you're like, what the hell? Like, why are you making it if
he's probably cut some deal? Like,
yeah,
like if he doesn't have, or if he's given them the outline, like then they can take it from there. Like you'd think, at this point with this much money involved.
Sometimes that's what I think. I think he's just cashing in as much as he can while he can make the money,
Sure.
And, I don't blame him for that, but it just sucks. But
anyway,
he's I think he's 80.
I better get those books out quick.
Yeah. But anyway, so I went back and I have the original audiobooks before Game of Thrones came out on HBO. So they're read by just a random person, but like now they're read by like one of the actors from Game of Thrones. But they're neat. Like you can. They're only like 3 hours if you wanted to listen to each of them. Like 3 hours each.
Good for traveling.
Yeah, they're good for traveling. Like a quick little drive somewhere for 3 hours, you can get knock it out. It's, and you don't have to seriously pay attention to it. You can just kind of, you'll get
3 hour drive is a quick drive.
It is for me.
Well, my morning drive with traffic could be about a solid 50 minutes, and I find that if I listen to audio books or podcasts, I'm kind of a little bit more just kind of like calm and in the zone. Like I'm not, I also don't drink my coffee until I get to the place that I'm going.
Yeah.
That way I'm not like anxious.
Is it cold though by the time you get there?
No, because I got it in a thermos,
Okay.
So
they still have
We got a
thermoses.
thermos for you.
Yeah.
I thought it was all it's all Stanleys. And...
I mean, well, sure, there's Stanleys, but whatever. I don't know what brand it is. Starts with an O and a D, maybe.
Do they still? Does Thermos is Thermos still a company? Is that still?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen it at my Kroger. Like by.
I just haven't paid attention. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're not shopping for one.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, your drive to work. How long does it take you, Jack?
It takes me quite a while.
Yeah.
Because I got to pick traffic. You got to pick up the kids. Actually,
well, you do have that. You do have.
I do have. Yeah. There's no driving to work, but we've been doing that ship thing. That's what we were doing tonight. We did 7 because the big storm's coming.
Big storm.
Yep. It's going to turn out to be probably a dusting.
Big storm.
Yeah.
They're calling for 10 to 13 inches here.
For you? Yeah, when it first started, they were talking 2 feet of snow. I go, bullshit. I go, it's not going to happen. No. And now it's like, okay, but they are talking ice. So ice is
the worst.
Ice is worse than the snow. Yeah. And it's going to be really cold all next week. Chris is going to get hammered.
This is my Sunday prediction. So,
wow. What app is that?
Apple. It's just the Apple weather. So my wife gets on NOAA as well. But
I just tend to do the Weather Channel app.
I mean, it's on my phone. I can just touch a button and pull it up. And I
didn't know it gave you the totals.
You can you can look at the precipitation and you can look at the wind, and it'll tell you. Like there's this little button right here, this little icon right there. But it drops down where you can look at visibility or wind. So I can look at.
I would love 13 inches of snow.
Wind.
I got to be honest with you.
Glad you finished that up with the snow.
I would love a good 13.
I would love 13 inches. But yeah, so we were doing ship today, and it's everybody's. There's no bread on the shelves. Very
storms are coming, Annie.
Very. I mean, just like it's like Jesus, people. And they're getting stuff that if the power goes out, well, how are you going to keep it cold?
Well, if it's cold, you just put it outside.
Right.
Well, yeah, but some people, but frozen stuff is it going to stay frozen? I guess if it's 10 degrees,
right? I mean, if it's 10 degrees, if there's snow,
it's like I a lot of times I won't like when I'm bringing food after Christmas, when I'm bringing it back from Tennessee to here, I won't even bother putting it in a cooler or anything because I'll leave it in the truck, and it might, in the daytime while I'm driving, it might get up to like 50, but at night it'll get down to like to 15 degrees. So it's like, well, it's good.
Yeah, I know. When we first moved out here, 2002, we had a huge ice storm. I mean, I've never obviously seen anything like that. Trees are falling everywhere, and our owner calls us from New York. He says, "Hey, are the compressors running? The compressors keep the ice cold." I go, "What the fuck's he talking about? It's 7 degrees outside." I go, and that rink had no insulation, so it would be. I go. You don't need the compressors running. So he goes, you guys got to go down there and check that out. I go, does he know trees are falling everywhere? And it took us forever to get there because there was trees. You'd have to back up this way. I go, let him know. I go, the compressors aren't running, but the ice temperature is fine because it's 7 fucking degrees outside. Dumbass. God rest his soul.
I see that you've let go of that.
Yeah.
No, I've never because it didn't make sense. I'm like going,
sure.
Man, what? Jesus Christ. Anyway, but that's my story. But yeah, so we did that today, and so
are you waiting for a commercial break?
Me?
No, Nick.
Oh,
he had the commercial break look earlier when I looked up. He was like,
he got his pin out.
No, I was just dwelling on something, and but no, but we can. Yeah, so I'm trying to think anything else.
He's dwelling on something. It has to do with the Iceplex too.
Yeah, but yeah, give that a shot.
And they're building another sheet. It can't be that busy that they need another sheet of ice.
You mean like another rink?
Yeah, it's another. There's an open lot next to it.
Yeah.
They're going to build another sheet. They can't even take care of the one they have now, but that's okay.
Mm.
But I can't see it being that. I mean, the compressors are old and beat up. I go, not my problem anymore. But my daughter's works for a cement company, and they've put a bid in to lay the cement for the damn thing. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you guys get some like tournaments, like my nephew, he travels all over the U.S. because he plays.
Hockey's big here.
It's huge.
You have the Carolina Hurricanes, and
right.
They won the Stanley Cup back in 2007, but it's huge. I mean, hockey it's huge, but they got one rink where the Hurricanes train at. It's got 3 sheets, and you got 2 other rinks that have.
Also, there are multiple.
There's another rink that has 2 sheets. I don't get it.
Wow.
But it's not my problem.
Nope. But yeah, when you have time though, go back and watch the first episode of.
I will do that once I finish all my other shows.
Yeah. Well, like the only thing that's really freaking odd about the first episode is, and even George R. R. Martin commented on it.
Is there nudity?
It is nudity, but it's a weird nudity.
It's trees.
It's like in the first minute or 2 of the show.
The bark is messing.
Well,
check out these nubs.
Do you remember the movie A Knight's Tale? Like it came out like 2000, 2001. Okay, so it kind of starts off the same way. Is it like the main actor is the squire of a knight, and he died, and so he buries him, and then
so you're spoiling his whole plot line for me?
No, I'm not going to spoil it. But let's just say like the next thing you see, as soon as he buries the guy, well, he's like giving like a prayer or something, and you hear the boom, 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 boom. Like you hear the thing that's not the old the Game of Thrones.
So someone dies right away.
And no, well,
they got wood.
But I guess the guy who wrote this or has control of it decided to jab at Game of Thrones because you hear that theme song, and then literally the next thing you see is the main actor having like diarrhea. And just you're like, what the fuck? And then
wow, that seems like something I want to go watch right now.
I know, but like it throws
maybe
you
some
off.
chocolate, get some chocolate pudding, and
no, it's better if you have some pea soup.
But
pea soup or some
even George R. R. Martin said he thought that was odd if they decided to do that. But
that's a good warning. That's a good trigger warning for people.
There's nothing I enjoy more is watching someone with diarrhea just squirting it all
wait
out.
to eat the pizza after.
Right. But yeah, this first episode was good. It's decent. This next episode will probably be the weakest of the 6, and then after that it'll get going good. This novella is pretty good.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah. No.
But I said I've been watching the Twilight Zone. I'm on the first season, and some of the episodes I remember because it's been a while since I watched the Twilight Zone. I mean, episode here or there I'd watch, but I said I'm gonna do a rewatch.
Right. It's kind of nice going through with a fine tooth comb and just because then if there's an episode you never missed or something.
Yeah, and it's like some of the episodes I go, I don't remember this one. I go, wow, this one was pretty good. And it's funny because then I'll go and look. Well, who are these actors?
Right?
Did they ever make it? And it's like, wow, that was them. They were married to this person. I go through this whole thing like a half hour after I'm done. I'm searching their names and looking through. Oh, they were married. God, this woman was married 4 or 5 times. This guy was married 6 times. Jeez, who has the energy for that? But it's Hollywood. But the last episode I watched, it was actually a really good episode. It was about a woman, and she sees this young girl sitting on the porch, and she invites her in for hot cocoa and stuff like that. Do you need to tell your mom? Do you need to tell your mom? She goes, no, I don't need to tell anyone anything. Turns out it was her at age 11, and she had witnessed her mom being murdered, but she couldn't remember who it was. And so she's like going through this whole thing, and the kids. So yeah, spoiler from 1960. But this guy comes and visits her, and the girl runs away. She goes, I can't be here with it. She hasn't figured out it's her yet.
Right.
And so the guy's going back and forth, and he's like 20, 25 years older than the woman at the time. He goes, but he used to work for her mom, going back. But there was a line in there that just kind of like creeped me out. He goes, here's a picture of you. Yeah, you were so beautiful. You're like 11 or 12. And he goes, I had a crush on you. I go,
Ew.
I go, wow. I go, that couldn't be said today. I mean,
No.
it just.
I don't think that aged well in the 60s.
No, I just was like going, huh, Rod Serling, that's kind of weird that you would do something like that. I was like,
did Rod Serling write that one?
I don't know if he did or not, but he was the
okay.
you know, obviously he was the guy in charge. You think he would have said, oh, we can't put that in there.
Maybe that put that in there to make it creepy.
Maybe, and it's funny because I went back and listened to it to see if I heard it right. I go, oh.
I mean that's kind of. I mean, obviously, like this guy kills her, right?
He ended up killing her mom, and she figured it out. But as she figured it out,
so he's a bad guy anyway.
He's a bad guy.
See, I think that's there for a reason. I think that's a key thing to let you know, like, oh, this guy's like he's unredeemable. This was something they really pushed back then too, with all the codes. Is like, you know, people that are of evil nature, they have to have their comeuppance. You know,
like, well, she ends up pushing him down the stairs and survives.
Oh,
but you know, just like I go, wow, that was pretty creepy. But there was another one where these two crew members are going to Mars.
Yeah,
they're going to Mars, and Roddy McDowall is one of the guys. He's a scientist. Now, Roddy McDowall was in the movie Planet of the Apes. He was one of the apes. He was Cornelius, and
Freddy Krueger too, right?
Power Lines.
He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
but he at the end, it turns out he lands. His partner dies. And these Martians, like, they understand his language. But anyway, he ends up. They build him a house. It's made to be what his memories were, what he would like. But the doors, at the end, he can't open the doors, and there's no windows. Eventually, the thing opens up. He's part of a zoo. He's in a zoo exhibit.
Menagerie twist.
Yeah, and I said, that's kind of like Planet of the Apes, because the humans were in a zoo. I said, I see what you did there, Rod. I see what you did. But I'm enjoying it. I think it's some of the episodes are kind of
is that
right.
An injury? Yeah, I think that's
but
right. I think the pilot episode of Star Trek is basically that. It's like, you know, they have those humans that they capture as part of their zoo, essentially. So, and
it was kind of like, oh, I get it. But it's amazing how this show started in 1959. Now in first season, they have like 30 something episodes. It does hold up.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned. I enjoy it. But except the creepy part where we
watched
an 11-year-old.
We watched Dick Van Dyke. You know, my wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that.
She watched it all the way through. I caught pieces of it here and there, and the kids and I, we would on different episodes, and some episodes really hold up. You know, they're still funny. Like the jokes just play. So
it's quick.
Yeah,
quick.
I mean, some stuff, you know, like oh, Rob, you know, like
oh, Rob.
How over the top melodramatic, you know, she can be about, like, or just how they write that. But
and how did they ever have
Richie?
Richie, because they had two separate beds. I mean, I don't know how that worked.
I don't know. And I mean, there's episodes where he's clearly not there. It's like 1 a.m. All the lights are on. They're fixing coffee. I'm always like, what the fuck are you drinking coffee?
Or they're having a party, and you know.
It'll be like 1 a.m. and they're like, "Wow, you want me to put on a pot of coffee?" I'm like, "For what? Like, get to sleep."
Well, we've been drinking all night, so we gotta stay awake.
Bitch, go to bed. Like, seriously. Go home. The neighbors need to go home. Get to sleep.
You gotta work You got to work. I mean, Jerry's a dentist. He's got patients the next day. What the fuck? I mean,
right. Jerry,
and Millie. I mean, Millie
the
was
original
Millie.
dentite. No,
She was on an episode
show.
of. She did a cold opening with Cheers. She's the one that screams at. She's the one that's. She goes, "You remember me? Yeah, I used to sit behind first base when you were pitching." And she's going back and forth.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry." He goes, "You suck. Is that how you pour a drink alone?"
Right.
I remember that one. That's a good one. That's a good cold open too.
Yeah.
It's like that. I sent that one to I think Jack the other day about the umpire.
The umpire,
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you send it to you too, Matt? Basically, it's Sam. So some umpire comes into the Cheers, and then Sam's like, "Hey," "Hey guys, this guy, was he says something complimentary, and then he gets hung up on except for that one game where I clearly threw a strike and you called it a ball." And he's and
then someone hit, was it Jackson or someone hit a home run after that? I think it was Reggie Jackson hit a home run after that. He goes, "No, that was clearly a strike.
It's good.
I called it a strike. It's a strike. If I called it a ball, it's a ball. Yeah." And they go back, and it's like they're kicking the dirt. He's
he grabs the ball, popcorn, throws it on the floor.
I gotta get out of here. And the umpire turns around and goes, it might have been a ball. It might have been a strike. He goes,
it might have been a ball. Yeah.
I was going through a divorce. I was going through stuff back then, or whatever.
It reminded me of you, Jack. Like that. Like the guy just being just because you ref.
Oh yeah.
And like running into somebody that you would have called something. And so
people don't let things go.
Clearly. The old show that we started watching and we actually just checked the DVDs out from the library because no commercials. Is Laverne and Shirley.
Oh wow!
So, yeah.
Shamil.
Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated.
That's not around anymore. I think the Big Ragoos. No, he died too, didn't he?
I did not realize that So I was looking at the trivia of the show, as I do. So watching a show, I got to look up at the trivia. But apparently they were. I think it was Gary Marshall who was in the trivia. It said that he thought that they both didn't handle their stardom well, which is why they fought a lot.
Marshall and Cindy Williams.
Yep. Like there was a lot of like arguments over like who got more lines and just how he was specifically saying how they treated the people around them.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what all was done. If maybe they corrected
because who didn't have a crush on Cindy Williams back in the day?
Penny Marshall, though. Seriously, I mean, they're both
with her big L on her, Laverne on her.
I know. I mean, I think at some point in my life, I was probably more of a Shirley kind of guy, but really? I'm more of a Laverne, now. So. And she was married to
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner at the time. Like they were married from 71 to 81. So
well, I think I said that she was between her and Sally Struthers for the part of Gloria on All in the Family, but they didn't see her as daddy's girl. And Sally Struthers had, because he's always like, my little girl.
Yeah. Well, and then yeah, that's right. I'm trying to think of the other thing that I'd read. Lorraine Newman. No, not Lorraine Newman. Gilda Radner. One of those SNL early was up for the part of Shirley.
Oh, really?
That was that's one of the trivia things that I'd seen there. That anyway, enjoying Laverne and Shirley, and the other show I wanted to mention.
Well, before you go on,
go for
it. In when you first see Laverne and Shirley is on Happy Days.
Yes,
right. Richie's dating. He's having trouble dating. Fonzie sets him up, and
they do a lot of crossover.
Shirley is a little bit more outgoing, should I say? And this one's a little more, been around the block a few times. Not anything wrong with it, but in the Laverne and Shirley, she's more of a, And they all talk with it looks like they're talking with a New York accent.
They do. They put on. Apparently, it surely loses it at some point. But yeah, they do have the kind of
it's just
Brooklyn kind of accent that they're very nasally. And the pilot episode, Fonzie's in it, and he's kind of. It seems like he's dating Laverne because as he comes in, he actually bends over and gives her not a big kiss, but they do a little peck,
Well, Fonzie dated everybody.
Oh, for sure.
He was a poster child for sexual diseases, but
well, and it takes place, I guess, in 58 or 59, of that time, so on your mark, get set, go now. It's we're gonna do.
You have Lenny and Squiggy.
Squiggy.
They were partners in something.
They were actually writing. They were writers for the show.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
And they wrote themselves into it essentially. And they were a comedy kind of duo, or they had an act that they had already done, I guess, in college together. Right. It was called Lenny and Arnie or Artie. So it wasn't Squiggy, but it was Lenny and Arnie or something like that. And then they changed it to Squiggy for the show. I'm not sure exactly why. I think the way it played, I think
it rhymes, and I think Gary Marshall was big on catchphrases and
you can I mean, once you get an A, sit on it.
But because that's what he did on Happy Days. He would sit there and go, okay, what can we do now that like when Chachi would go wah wah wah, or he put the bandana around his leg, or it was all planned so they could get people talking about the show. I mean, obviously there was no social media back then,
right?
But people would want to say, okay, what's the catchphrase? What's this? And it was done because the first few years of Happy Days, it's just funny. It's just not. Mm-hmm. There's no. But when Fonzie became so popular, it kind of it changed the show. Obviously, they jumped the shark. So, and it's funny. Henry Winkler is a skier. He is a water skier.
Huh.
Yeah. So he said, I could have done it. He goes, they didn't want me doing the thing because I knew how to water ski. So. Anyway,
well, anyone jumping over that shark, it could have got him.
I always said, I go, if he just held on to the rope, even if he didn't make it, the power of the boat would pull
it would
past
take
the shark. The shark would not. And what kind of net did they have for this shark in? I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, I know it's for Jaws, but what kind of net did they? I've never seen a net at a beach that keeps a shark contained.
I wonder what season the Jump the Shark occurred in, so.
If we only had Chris.
If we only had Chris.
Where's Matt Treese?
And by the way, we're missing Chris tonight. Hopefully everything's well with him. So, and our thoughts go to him right now. So
definitely.
The other show I wanted to mention was called Corner Gas. And my wife stumbled across this show.
Sounds like a country show.
Right. It's on Prime. It's Canadian. I like how you're like, okay. So my kid,
wrong?
The whole family has enjoyed this because it is very not to use the term, but it is very low key. Even though it's made in 2004, I think it goes from 2004 to 2009. There's 6 seasons.
I've never heard of it.
And it's funny. I mean, we've all laughed. We've enjoyed the premise, but even though it's made in 2004 to 2009, because it's so Canadian lo-fi, it feels like it's a 90s show.
Mm-hmm.
It legit, even some of the references that they make, you're like I think they reference Wings at some point, and I'm like, that's 10 years old at this point.
Right.
But it was fairly popular in Canada. 2 prime ministers. No prime minister had been on a sitcom, and then this one prime minister appears in season 3, and then a different one appears in season 4. So Real.
Is it like a variety show?
No. Okay. So it's like a typical.
I'm thinking Laughing when Nixon appeared on.
No. It's more like
me?
I haven't gotten to the part with the cameos. I assume they just come up at the gas station. But the sitcom premise is that it's a very, very small town somewhere
is Trudeau one of the guys?
in Saskatchewan. What's up?
Is Trudeau one of the guys?
No.
Was he there in blackface?
I don't know what the anyway. It takes place in Saskatchewan, and
I love that name. That's my favorite. Saskatchewan.
Somewhere near Saskatoon, between Saskatoon. Is it Saskatoon? Anyway,
Saskatoon.
It's in an imaginary town essentially.
Oh, okay.
And very, very rural, very, very rural. And there's no. It's a small town, so there's basically just the gas station and the diner. And so you see.
There you go. Trace answered you. Season 5, episode 3, Hollywood Part 3.
Thank you, Trace.
That's the jump.
I was thinking
that's the jump the shark. I guess that's what it's called, is Hollywood Part 3.
I was thinking because I
assume they went out to
Hollywood
LA.
to be the next James Dean. They end up wanting Richie, and Richie says, "No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be an actor, make millions of dollars. I want to be a writer or whatever." Anyway.
Okay. Go ahead. Anyway, Corner Gas, check it out. I think it's why
is it called? Is there like a gas station at the?
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
you have the diner.
Pay attention.
I heard diner, so I'm thinking diner.
Attention deficit
good old
disorder.
Home cooking feel.
Yeah, it's a corner gas station in a small town. There's nothing around. There's 2 cops, a guy that runs the gas station, a person that runs the diner.
Is his name Goober?
It's anyway. Check it out. It's on Prime. If you like sitcoms,
I do. I don't know if I like Canadian sitcoms. So.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
They don't even speak English.
Yeah, it's I got to read subtitles. It's probably in French.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they're better.
I think the fact that it's Canadian is a selling point at this point. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then the show that I've been rewatching. It's funny how we're all kind of watching shows because January is always a slow month anyhow. But I decided to rewatch Turn, which I know.
Turn Russian.
Yeah, Washington Spies. Yeah,
Washington Spies. Yeah.
And there's only 4 seasons of that, so you can get through it pretty quick. But there's 10 episodes per season. I'm through this first season, and it's such a great show.
But the first season's kind of tough though.
The first season's tough, yeah.
I was so pumped up about it.
Yeah.
In the first season, I'm like going.
I think it's hard to remember back then when it originally aired, but I think you and I were on the same page. Like I kind of quit watching it in season 1 because it was so drawn out. I think that's actually
it was just really slow
to build.
I thought about rewatching it, and I went before I watched. I go, I don't know if I could watch season 1 again.
Yeah, I'm liking it though. I have watched.
But season 2 through 4 is money.
It's great. Yeah,
it really is money. But most of the actors are British. I'm like going,
yeah,
they're the enemies. It's no Corner Gas. Yeah, I'll probably rewatch that because it's been a while since I've seen it. I'll probably rewatch that again.
But you won't check out Corner Gas. I see how it is.
It's because it's Canadian. I said it. Sure. And if we have any Canadian listeners, I apologize.
I think some of the listeners right now are like jotting it down. They're like, "Oh, go ahead and check that out."
Yeah,
so,
I will. I got so many shows I got to watch.
Sure, so many shows and shows that get in the way. See, this is the thing. I have shows that I watch with my family, and then I have shows that I watch after they go to bed, and
I just don't. By the time I sit
then I fall asleep to them. That's the thing. My fall asleep show right now is Farscape.
Okay. Speaking of Canadian shows, though, I know I mentioned this a few weeks ago, where I sent it to you guys in a text. Shoresy season 5, debuted on Canadian television in December, and it should be available on Hulu. With they're saying it either next week or early February.
That's another show I got to finish.
Oh, you never finished Shoresy? Oh,
I got finished 3 seasons. I love it. I mean, it's funny. It's great.
Yeah. I tried to get my dad to watch it, but the language made him go, no.
It's pretty much, and again, I think I said it's pretty much that is hockey. That is
especially. So he doesn't like cussing?
No, it's just I think because my mom and dad just kind of grew up in that generation to where, and they, when you're constantly,
they grew up in the 60s and 50s where you had the Twilight Zone where some old man has a crush on an 11-year-old.
Right. No, okay. But they appreciate stuff, but if you're, especially those scenes where he's reffing, and the kids and it's just constantly
that's the best part of it.
It's the best part of the show. But if you're just constantly going, fuck you, oh no, fuck you, like it's just like they're like,
I mean, I didn't do that with the kids, but the adults, you fuck with them as much as you could. Georgie is Canadian. I get that. I was just fucking with you. I just fucking with you, man. Jesus Christ. But it's like by the time I get done with watching the kids, get home, do all this crap, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I go, so what show am I going to watch? And then I completely forgot about Fallout. I finally watched the third episode the other day. I go, fuck Fallout. Someone had mentioned on Twitter. I go, I forgot I was even watching that.
Yeah, and there's they've already done 6, I think. So.
Yeah, and so I'm like,
I'm really behind on that too.
I go, fuck, I gotta watch. So I watched the third episode. Yeah, but then sometimes it's like, okay, this episode is going to be 55 minutes. I got to go to bed in 45 minutes. I go, I'll watch it tomorrow. So then I'll watch an episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, this season to me is
Twilight Zone. Is that your bedtime show?
That's my bedtime show, yes.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to have your bedtime show, you have your drama that you're like, I'm invested in. This is my because like it was with Stranger Things. It was like, for me, it was carving out time where I was like,
I gotta watch Stranger Things.
I was ready to watch it, but it wasn't a show that I was wanting to watch before I fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to get scared. I'm not scared, guys.
You're so scared.
Okay.
You're so scared.
I'm not scared. Okay.
There used to be shows I wouldn't watch. I go, I don't know. That's going to give me.
I just don't want it in my dreams. That's all.
Yeah. That's me. That's be in my fucking dreams. I'm going to be fucking freaking out. Can't do it.
Instead, you're watching Twilight Zone. You're like, hey, little girl, you look about my age.
You look good for 11.
This is Jerry Lewis time.
I do not want that to be the title.
It's like the snowman episode from Rudolph the Red-Nosed. Give her a kiss for me. Fuck you, snowman.
What?
Pervert.
Who?
The snowman from Rudolph the Red. Give her a kiss for me.
Yeah.
I'm a holy Joe. I'm like going,
give her...
the fuck, snowman?
Stay away,
She's
snowman.
A doe. She's a doe. Jesus Christ. Fucking pervert. Put some pants on.
What's a snowman going to do with a deer anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's just meant to be like a sweet, like, hey, like, give her a...
I don't know. It was the 60s, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. It freaks me out.
Just a reminder. Just a reminder. Remember, Shrinking comes back.
Yes, that has been on our
Shrinking. I got what you did there.
That has been on our family's radar because we watched it. We watched all of Shrinking, season 1, season 2, last fall. Yeah. And then after,
is this the final season?
I think so.
I don't know. I haven't read that it's the final season.
Oh.
I want to find out that it's actually him that's in a coma.
Fuck you. This is so stupid. This is.
You guys are going to sit there and say, fuck, Jack was right the whole fucking time.
I can't wait to prove you wrong. That's why I want it to be over so that I can be like, see?
Well, I mean, just imagine if Jay was on the show, he'd be like, fuck that. Jack's never right. And then if he ever is right, he'll just keep ragging on it.
That does sound like Jay.
Yeah.
Except that's me now.
Yes, I also forgot to watch Peacemaker and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, Peacemaker's fun. Yeah.
I don't have enough. Show. It used to be when I didn't have grandkids, I could stay up till 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
And I just keep watching shows and movies.
These grandchildren are really getting into your...
I did forget. I watched The Running Man.
Oh, the new movie.
Oh, the new one?
The new one.
Oh, you had to rent it. You had to rent it, though, didn't you? It's not out for free.
No, it's on Paramount Plus.
Is it for free? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that
I
out.
love the premise, and I love the original. The original. In fact, it's funny. It said I could watch the original. Popped up. I said, it's already 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't stay up and watch that. I liked it, but it was it was like 2.5 hours. I go, okay, we don't need to have it this long.
Sometimes you do miss the 80s that way. It's like
Yeah,
90 minutes and you're done.
It's like, okay, sometimes because they have, what's his name? The guy from Arrested Development, Michael, what's his name? Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Yeah.
He's in it. I'm like going, okay, did we need this part? I mean, it's just like, it's fun.
Spoilers.
It's fun. Do we
Can't
need
wait
it?
for him to show up.
I'm not saying whatever, but it's just like, and the guy that's a star, what's his name?
Michael Cera?
No, the guy's the head running man guy.
Glenn.
Oh, Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. I mean, I like Glenn Powell. I liked him in Top Gun Maverick.
He's winning me over. He's
like
he's the new and improved Ryan Reynolds.
Or he's new Kevin Bacon or he's new Samuel L. Jackson because he's in every fucking movie. I get it.
To me, he's got a punchable face. I just don't like it.
He does have.
Same with Ryan Reynolds.
He's a pretty boy.
Yeah.
He's a Ryan Reynolds.
And he does a good job, but he's no Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
He's no Ryan Gosling.
And the guy that was the host of the show, he's no Richard Dawson. I mean, I liked it, but it's like,
you didn't love it.
I didn't love it because
about halfway through. Rating? We guess your rating?
Sure, guess my rating.
Is it out of 10 or is it out of 5?
Out of 10.
Okay. I'm going to say a 7.1.
Well, you're going to give the points like me.
I don't know.
You want to guess?
I mean, that's what.
Well, based on your opening statement, I'd say Matt is pretty close, like maybe 7.4. You know,
it's gonna go a little higher just in case.
6.9.
6.9.
But unfortunately, playing Price is Right rules, you went over.
You changed the game
again. I liked it, but it was like okay because I like the concept. The concept is that people on the streets can make money by turning him in.
Right.
It's more faithful to the book. I'm in.
Yeah, I knew that, Matt. Yeah, like that's what I was going to say. Is that,
yeah,
I had heard that Matt Treese, not Matt.
It should have been less faithful to the book and a lot shorter. If the book is 400 pages, let's cut it down to 250. Just saying. About halfway through, I look at it and I go, "Fuck! I still got an hour and a half to go. What's going on here?" And again, I didn't hate it.
I mean,
but there were some scenes in there. I'm like going, "Okay, we're just fucking along here. We're just."
Sure. I mean, the same could be said with the ending to Stranger Things. I felt like the last episode of Stranger Things, me personally, I think they should have split it.
You said that,
yeah. And so you got my review from the last episode, and I won't dive too much deeper into it. I just think
it's
I think that would help the flow and just the digestibility. It's a TV show, I want to binge it, but
it's like the ending of Return of the King. I personally like the ending of Return of the King, but I've heard so many people go like, why did we get like 3 epilogues in Return of the King? It's like you could have ended it right when he got crowned, and that's the end of the movie. But it's like, nah, I like it. It's just
I love an epilogue. I like having some closure. It's like, we're all
that's how shows were in the 70s. Epilogue.
We're all moving towards the action, right? Well, we have the falling action. I don't need that to be 2 minutes. I hate it when it's just like, hey, we beat the bad guy, let's go.
Right.
Like game over. Like Star Trek fans, I can't speak for all of them, but some of them were disappointed because Voyager and the way that it ends. They're sorry for, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but you don't get an epilogue. And you kind of want that. So, except the ending that they could never do today.
Probably need some clarification on that.
Yeah. I'm so.
Which show?
Because we kind of skip around, so it could have been anything. But I mean, I knew that though about the Running Man, that it was more faithful to the book. But most of the people that I knew who saw it know me well enough. They said, "Well, you like the 80s one. And if you like the 80s one, you're going to be disappointed in this one. And I went, okay, that's good enough for me. You know,
I know when it came out, I wanted to see it. And I forgot all about it. And then I said, I'm going to watch this. It's free shit. I'll watch it. Again, I think if they would have cut it down to like an hour and 45 minutes, it'd been a really good movie.
That's something it does surprise me.
It just kept stretching it out. And it's some of the thing. I mean, there was a funny scene where he's on this hotel. He's on a rope and he's got it wrapped around a Y, the letter Y. And he goes, "Why?" I did laugh at that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Some of it was just like, okay, wow, we know how they're tracking him because of some of the rules that are put in place. It's just, and James, was it James Brolin? No, is it James Brolin? Who's he?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. James Brolin's his dad.
Yeah.
It was just like he was good. He was good in it. He played the. It was same premise where the network controls everything, and they can kind of like today with AI, where they can, where they can have you saying something you never actually said.
Does Josh Brolin have a kid? And did he name them with a J name?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did I ever tell y'all that story about him? How
he came to Tennessee and flipped you off?
Well, what revived his career was
we have some clarification from Matt Treast in the chat. Sorry to interrupt.
For the Running Man.
With this breaking news. So for Running Man, the except the ending that they
okay, yeah. I was trying to think. I go, what's the
ending today?
Okay, yeah, I got it.
We can never do that. Okay, so
I'll be back.
No Country for Old Men is what revived Josh Brolin's career. He never really had much of a career, but and he
was in the Young Riders.
Yeah, I mean, he was in things, but really, if you asked Chris or Matt or me, when you thought of him, it was Goonies. That's what you knew him from. That was his first role. I mean, he's just a kid, and that movie was actually, they were trying to get his dad, and the casting director made a mistake and got Josh to come in, not James, because they wanted it to be two old cops set in present day. So it was going to be Josh Brolin and what's the other actor's name? I'm gonna forget his name. Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay, sorry.
Tommy Lee Jones and Josh Brolin were supposed to be like two old weathered cops, and then when Josh shows up on set, they're like, "Oh fuck!" We made a mistake. It's supposed to be for your dad. So then that's why No Country for Old Men is set in the 70s. For some reason, they said, "Oh well," I don't know why that fixed the problem, but it did.
Huh.
But that's what revived his career.
I remember Russ said, "I don't understand why they call it No Country for Old Men." I go, because they say in the movie, this is no country for old men.
Yeah.
He goes, huh? I go, they say it in the fucking movie, Russ. I go, what are you messing? I go, but James Brolin, is it James Brolin? He's married to Barbara Streisand. He does it. I can't remember that. Maybe Matt Treese will remember the movie. His daughter gets kidnapped, and it's like a 60s or 70s movie. And it used to be on late night television, and I would watch it twice a year. It'd be the late movie, and I can't remember the name of the movie. He's chasing down, hunting down, trying to find his daughter, and it's pretty intense. But I can't remember the name of the movie. Matt Treese.
Yeah. Going back to what you were talking about, though, it's one of the things I do get a little upset though about timings in movies these days. It's like if you've got a good concept, but you can only do 90 minutes, then just do 90 minutes. There's no point in stretching out things. And it's the same thing as with episode 3 of Star Wars. That could have easily been a 3 to 4 hour movie, but George Lucas was so determined to keep every movie within 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's no, it's perfectly acceptable to have a long movie if it warrants it, and
well, like The Godfather. The Godfather originally it was 3.5 hours, and they said, no, you got to trim it. Because you make money on how many times you can show it in a day, a night. And so they're saying, look, we can only show it 4 times because it's 3.5 hours long. You need to cut it down to make money. But then that's when they send out the extended version. You're going, well, that would have been helpful to know that part and that part and that part. But there are some movies that could be longer. But some movies, it's like, okay, what are you doing? How can you watch this movie and not know it's going too long?
Right.
I mean, we're just adding. Okay, let's add another fight scene.
So,
here. Okay.
It's like the last. Sorry, Matt. The last Mission Impossible, way too long. But anyway, go ahead, Matt.
I enjoyed the last Mission Impossible, but there were scenes because Cindy said the same thing. She says, "Come on, why do we have to have all this part?"
Well, it's just like the scene that really the very last one, the Dead Reckoning Part 2. That whole airplane scene at the end, it's like, just get on the fucking plane already. It's just like he just keeps, getting hit and knocked around. He's floating around.
Well, I think for me, it's just like, I know he's doing his own stunts.
Right.
So he's like, fuck, why is he doing this?
It's stunt porn.
He's like my best friend. Why is he doing this?
He has a hole in his heart, and he only fills it with stunts.
He'll never fill it.
He can never fill it. That's why he just keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger until he dies.
Johnny Ringo.
So, I mean, he wanted to do something in space, So.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Well, I was just going to say, to your point, Nick, earlier, Attack of the Clones, of all the movies, is like, that's the longest.
Revenge of the Sith is the longest, but yeah.
I thought Attack of the Clones was longer.
I'm pretty sure Revenge of the Sith is, but
I don't know about that, because I thought until Last Jedi, Attack of the Clones was the longest.
Could have been, but hell, Attack of the Clones could have used some editing down
for sure.
That movie is just
like, if you were to say, hey, which one do you want to go longer on?
Yeah,
episode
3 by far.
But
that's what she said.
But truly, I think they could. I mean, sometimes I think of episode 1 really as episode 0, like the Phantom Menace. Like, it's kind of more of like a.
It is. Hey, it's a standalone kind of thing.
Yeah, and really, to me, it's like episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Yoda says the Clone Wars have begun. It's like it thus begins the Star War. It's like the Clone Wars begin. Then you have episode 3, but then somewhere in between you just have all of the Clone War like animated series. But to me, that if we're talking about the movies, I almost kind of wish there was a third Clone War related movie. Like and then that would be the Clone War trilogy. Then you have the Luke Skywalker trilogy and so forth. So, but anyway, that's just me being a Star Wars nerd.
I had to look it up since Matt Treese has just left me hanging.
Sure.
It's Night of the Juggler.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Night of the Juggler. It's a pretty, from what I remember, I haven't seen it in like 30 years, but I remember it being pretty cool back in the day. It was back in 19. What are we doing here? 1953. 19 something. Let's see. And it's only an hour and 41 minutes, so you're not going to get that. Why is this
kind of like
so
this
long?
show?
Yeah. But I forgot he was in the original Westworld movie.
Oh. I'm Yul Brynner, and I'm dead because I smoke cigarettes.
That was a commercial back then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He filmed it knowing he was going to die.
I thought that was a pretty intense commercial. I said, see, Mom? And she just said, shut the fuck up. I said, okay. Yul Brynner is telling you not to smoke, Mom. Yul Brynner.
And now for a commercial break.
Brought to you by Marlboro.
Camel.
Okay, I have the facts now. Attack of the Clones, by the way, is longer.
Oh, okay.
Than Revenge, but only by 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. I knew they're all roughly close.
Attack of the Clones is 2 hours and 22 minutes. Revenge of the Sith is 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is based on what I'm seeing on IMDb here. So I knew that they had to do a certain specific edit for like IMAX and stuff like that, because they with those IMAX movies, it's like they have to. So there's an IMAX edit to episode 2 that I remember seeing, because there were certain scenes that they left out. So to cut it down for runtime.
Not to harp on Star Wars for a long time, but it's just things like when you read about how the Palpatine Jedi, fight, was originally supposed to be a stunt man, and it was going to be way longer. But then George decided against it and said, like, no, I actually want Ian to actually do it, and so that's why they cut it down to like, where it's just like, what is this shit, and it's like, no, like, it would have been so cool to see, Sidious fighting like 6 Jedi, and like, but whatever. It's like that you cut the scene I want,
right? Well, and I mean the scene that I'm always kind of sad that doesn't exist in episode 3, the Revenge of the Sith is Padme meeting with Mon Mothma and
right.
Bail, and you see the seeds of the rebellion kind of being formed, and it's in the deleted scenes. It is in the deleted scenes, but I feel like it should be in there because her as a character,
right?
Episode 1, there's a lot of Queen Amidala. There's a lot of like Amidala in there. She does exist in episode 2. But in episode 3, she's pretty much kind of gone. She's just basically like, I'm here to be your love interest. I'm pregnant with your child and I'm dying because I'm heartbroken. Right. That's it. You took the one thing that she could add to the legacy, and they just kind of took it out. So to me, it should be in the edit. It should be in
right. Well, I mean, there's just so many things that are just weird about, for convenience, they did in episode 3. It's just like, to me, like, you never would have seen Padme die in episode 3 if it had been me.
Come on,
right?
Because I think it would have been perfectly fine for her to like had ran away, or something. Because like I like the idea that.
I think it would have opened up this really cool thing, especially once you get to episode 7, where the mom's still alive.
Yeah,
like the Padme's out there, that he's obsessed with finding her or what have you. So,
or
you stage her death, but she's somehow still alive. I think it's an interesting like way that you could go because then, but it is what it is. And episode 8, The Last Jedi, clocks in as the longest movie as 2 hours and 32 minutes. So anyway, just to finish out that discussion. Thanks, Jack, for joining us with Owen and Baruz tonight.
So there's no game tonight? There's no meme game?
No, because Chris isn't here.
Yeah.
And we did those questions. Did you submit your questions, Jack?
He did. He was the first.
I was the first one to submit my questions. So I even forgot I don't even know what they are anymore. It's been so long.
I told Jack, I said, oh, you got an A+. First one to turn in your work.
You should have been here last week because you would have crushed me. Jay crushed me.
Yeah, we actually have an email about that, I think. Yeah.
Oh, we do.
It was really bad because there was one of the questions was better off dead, which I
watched it.
About. Yeah. We've talked about this. I figure you did because I told Jay, I said, Nick's gonna watch this. I don't know if you heard that part, but anyway, so I said, what is the name? And then once he said better, I go, God damn it! I'll be honest with you. I love playing the game. The meme game is great. It's so fucking frustrating when you sit there and go.
I almost got Jack or Jay.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, Drag, I missed that one too because I kept saying "say anything," but then I knew I wasn't right. I was like, it's not "say anything," but it's that same time.
I know we just talked about it like a couple weeks, and I've talked about it before because it's a great movie.
I was curious though, Nick, which ones you would have got right. Like I was kind of curious as to there's any
some where I got them immediately, and I was like, how do you guys not know this? But
how about the Bill Murray? Did you get that one?
Which one was Bill Murray?
Quick Change.
Oh yes, I knew that one. I love that movie.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
And how about the Muppets?
No, the Muppets, I would have been just like Jack. I'd have been like, fuck, I'm fucked. But there was like, I was in the same boat like with Jack and Jay at times where it's like, oh, I know, the shrimp,
Pepe.
Like I knew what it was. I didn't know the whole thing.
The whole name,
And you're like, and
well, the Muppets, I was like going, oh my God, come on, are you kidding me?
I did think I thought Jay would know Muppets more than what he did, but it was funny that he didn't know Janice from the and that's fine.
Janice from Friends. Oh my
no,
god!
the
Well, it's funny
musician.
because, like, they, of the Dr. Teeth and the Mayhem,
Yeah.
there's only two that have ever been Lego form, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Janice and Animal.
Yes.
And so you're like, oh, like,
I really, as a Lego person and as a Muppet fan, this is because they did a, they did their 12 figure kind of thing that they do, or was it 15? I can't remember. But they did a series 1 release of the Muppets. So, and my kids and I, we discussed this a lot. What Muppets would you do for a series 2? And
wait,
and I would.
What Muppets would I do?
No, like which ones would you have them make?
Which minifigs would
yeah,
you want
with
them to make
minifigs.
next?
We're talking minifigs.
I don't know. That sounds like the Twilight Zone episode.
Okay, so specifically to fill out the rest.
Okay, what Muppet would you do? If you had a Muppet, what would you do? Who would you do?
Sorry, we lost Jack.
You sick bastard!
No, I'm just meaning.
I'm just trying to give it an edge because some of the Muppets are kind of.
I know this is After Dark. I know this is After Dark. So, but it would definitely be Piggy. But that aside, the minifigs that I wish they would do for series
after that
for series 2 would be the rest of the musicians, so that you'd have
definitely.
Floyd and you'd have Dr. Teeth, Zoot. Crazy Harry would be just a shirt win. Like, I think they could do.
I knew none of these people. I'm like going, who the fuck?
And I think they don't have any of the other pig Muppets. So I think having at least do another Miss Piggy as the space, as Pigs in Space, and then have what's his name? See, I don't even know his name, but it's escaping me. But it's
not so easy.
He's the main guy that's like the kind of like, he's like the Kirk of the Swine Trek, for Pigs in Space. He's fuck, what is his name? Anyway.
I should tell you this, like, because I know we've talked about it before, is the one Muppet movie you cannot buy, find, or anything, which is Muppets Take Manhattan, because it's the only one that has Sesame Street characters as well as Muppet characters.
I can find it.
You can find it, but like you can't buy it. Is what I mean. Sorry. But
like you mean to on streaming?
Yeah, you can't stream it, and I don't think they make a physical copy of it anymore.
I've been on a deep dive on stuff, so I mean, you can get a Blu-ray of it.
Okay.
For sure. It's not the things that shockingly are expensive in the Muppet universe. Soundtracks.
I'm sure. Yeah.
The soundtrack, like, go ahead, just search out. Like, I think it's either Muppets Take Manhattan or the other one, The Great Muppet Caper. One of those two, maybe it's The Great Muppet Caper. One of those, the CD on eBay, I'm like, $200 fucking for a CD? Can I just have the digital files? Like, I will just steal these on Napster. Like, what the fuck? I don't need a copy of this.
Yeah, even Jay was talking about that like last week, about how he's gotten back into CDs, and then you kind of mentioned the same thing about how some of those are really worth some money.
Yeah,
I remember probably 30 years ago, my dad always loved the Elvis movie GI Blues, and I got him the CD, which I think they only made the one time back when the CDs first came out,
right?
And that one, I know last time I looked it up, which was probably 30 years ago, was worth a shit ton of money. Because
I mean, if there's only one pressing and it's only out there for a little bit, it's whoever bought it.
Yeah, I think you can get it off iTunes, but it's the CD.
Sure.
I mean, and it's just the soundtrack. But at this time, it actually had like a bonus disc or extra tracks that were like alternate takes and all this other stuff, because that's what they did. They tried to fill up the CD, and it's like, so you could only get those extra tracks on the CD.
There is a heyday to CDs when they came out, especially in the 90s there, where there's a whole when Bowie's catalog went. Like, there's a whole series of Bowie stuff where like each album had 4 extra songs.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those. Yeah.
And then after that, they didn't release those,
Yeah,
like,
they were just the standard. But then
Mhm.
they did started right around the time of his death. They started releasing those box sets that had all like the B-sides and all the
they
stuff.
did, yeah, and then they have on iTunes, like, you can get a whole category of like all of the music just as a playlist, which is great. I'm glad that it's there and available for the fans. But my friend Ken, who's out in California, he had texted me the other day. He was like, heard this Lennon song, and I think it's on the rock and roll album, because it's not on iTunes. And I was like, what song? We're texting back and forth, and he tells me, and then I pull it up, and I always forget because, I have those CDs. They're in my library, so I can listen to them.
Yeah.
But there's some things that are just not available on streaming. And so it was stuff from the Lennon anthology, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got. And I tell you something that's neat about that one is that you had the anthology box.
Yes.
And then you also had a promotional anthology disc, which is completely different than any track that's on the box.
What?
Yeah. And so, like, I remember the one I remember specifically is Nobody Knows When You're Down and Out. The one that's on the box is completely different than the one that's on the CD.
Dang. Okay. Now you're making me jealous. I love that song. I love the version that's on the box. I just recently listened to it because the song that he had heard was it was one of the Ronettes songs. I mean, it's during that rock and roll Phil Spector era. I can't remember which. Baby.
Another
Be My
disc.
Baby. I think it's Be My Baby is what the song was.
I don't think you can get this on streaming or on iTunes either. Is the 86 record called Men Love Avenue?
Yes, that is a hard one to come by. I know I bought that on CD, and,
I have it
and
on
that is
CD.
that's got a really great live version of Bless You. I really love that version. It's very it's very mellow, so very cool stuff. So, but that is the beauty of CDs, though. It's like there are, some stuff you never know, and you never know. Tracks. You never know when people are going to take the streaming stuff away either, or it's bought out, or people take stuff down.
I know I mentioned it to you guys. I'm not sure if on the podcast or not, but like my youngest nephew, what I got for him for Christmas, he's one of the most least materialistic people you'll ever meet. Never asked for anything. And I got him an old iPhone 8 and just literally put 250 gigs of music on it. Just pretty much everything that was really good. And giving it to him, he's just like, why are you giving me an old iPhone? I did tell you this because Christmas. Yeah. And but it's funny, but it finally clicked in his head that the music is on the phone, like he doesn't have to stream or pay. But it's just it was so strange to him not to have that concept.
And did he find the porn that you put on there too?
Well, that's in the secret app. He has to, you have to know the code for it.
You got to get through his mom.
Yeah. That reminds me of years ago. We were talking about that, like when we discovered porn on one of our shows years ago, and I was talking about how when we first got internet, the guy who installed it was showing me, because mom and dad would have never figured out like how to do DOS and all this shit, and he's like, oh, if you go to this website, and if you remember, I said the website, and Chris immediately looked it up.
Yes.
And he was like, oh my God, it's still up. And it was still like it was in the early 90s, like all that font and stuff. I was like, holy shit. I couldn't believe that it actually worked and that I remembered that website from back in the day.
Oh, I have to check that out.
Yeah, I can tell you privately. I'm sure it's just all like gross.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But all those women on that site now are grandmas. I'm just saying.
Yes, yeah. I know. It's like my dad had his own bathroom. It's like we had the family bathroom, and my dad had a bathroom. I would use it from time to time.
That's a king. That's his own throne, man. That's pretty
right. Cool. Right. It was just kind of like, I mean, it was sometime in that period where I was like, I opened up a drawer in his bathroom, and I was like, oh, I don't know why you have that in there. And I was kind of young enough that I was like, I don't really want to see that, but that's weird that you had that there. So then later in life, it kind of clicked.
You didn't want to see it?
So not at that age. Let's just say I was younger than 11.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't really want to see it.
We got the title for this episode.
No, we're not putting that on there. Not fucking putting that on there. I think we can come up with something better.
I think if Chris was here, he would vote for you.
I bet you he didn't honor Chris. Fuck that. He's not even going to listen to this shit.
No, he won't. Yeah. Yeah, I remember because like I didn't have any neighbors really, but like the nearest neighbor I had was like 3 years older than me, and so I was probably about the same age, Matt. Like I was probably 10, and he somehow got his hand on I'm pretty sure it was a Hustler magazine.
Yeah. Oh God.
And like I remember like looking at it going like, oh my God, like what is, because it wasn't like Playboy where it's all like artistic. It was just like
it is
full like spread eagle. Yeah. Like what is this?
I knew a kid in church school, which basically gives you some context here.
You want to see a real Bible?
And he legit was just like, hey, let's like, I've got, I remember like there was like a group of us boys that had gone over to his house. His name was Hans, and
wait, Hans?
Yeah. And I swear I remember.
Got to look at this.
Yeah, like him showing us this. We were all like, "What the hell, man? We don't want to see that." So, oh my gosh, way too soon.
I'm sure you guys have heard the Playboy story with Jay.
No.
I don't think so.
No, I guess I'll tell it since he's not here. When he was
he probably won't listen to this episode.
No, he won't. When he was a senior in high school, I think it was, we get a call from the vice principal who has, his name was Randy Monasano. And I'm like going, Randy Monasano? I went to school with Randy Monasano and I forget his older brother, played on the same baseball team, but he wasn't very good. But it was the Monasano brothers. I knew him, and I'm like going, Christ, what happened? So Jay says, yeah, they brought a drug sniffing dog in, and the dog stopped at my backpack and was sniffing my backpack, and I'm like going, "What the fuck, Jay?" So now I'm getting mad, and he goes, "Well, they opened it up, and I had a Playboy in there," and I'm like going, "Okay,
how does the dog know porn?"
Well, the dog was a porn dog.
He was a porn dog. Here's your show title.
So yeah, there you go, porn dog. And she's only 11, but
no, absolutely not. I'm shutting this whole fucking show down.
I'm trying to bring more viewers in. Anyway,
yeah, not that kind.
No,
Jesus.
Release the files. Anyway, so I go, wait, what? Jay is. So I'm like, what's the big fucking deal? Me personally, I'm like, okay, it's a Playboy. What's the big deal? But he got in trouble and he shouldn't have brought it to school and stuff like that. So after that, we started calling him the X-Man for X-rated. X-Man. But I said, Jesus, Jay, do you have to do it to someone I went to school with? I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds that I went to school with the vice?
It reminds me of the Back to the Future principle. Like, you're a slacker, just like your dad.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus, did you ever have hair?
That's what
that's what the guy said to Jay.
I definitely thought that with last week's episode. Listen to Jay talking about the photographs of that he was showing to Zach. He's like, Dad, look how skinny you were.
Right.
And it's like, and look, Jack's got hair. And that's immediately I thought it was like Back to the Future. Like
Papa's got hair. Yeah.
God, didn't that guy ever have hair?
No.
That was the funniest thing because Cindy's freaking out. She's like, what did you do? What was in your backpack, Jay? And he was embarrassed to tell us it was a Playboy. I guess he borrowed it from some,
pot smoker. Clearly, because it smelled like pot.
I go, because I'm thinking if you're doing drugs, I'm gonna beat your ass.
I think we've just cracked this cold case here. Clearly, the porn came from someone who had smoked some weed or done some cocaine.
There you
something.
go. Yeah, and that's what the
dog smelled.
You know what? I never put two and two together, but you're probably right.
How is the dog gonna be like, hey, I like porn. I can smell boobs.
Because he's a porn dog.
He's a porn dog. Like, I
wouldn't that be a good TV show? Porn dog.
His catchphrase. I'm gonna keep it really after dark here, but
it'd be like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Porn.
I smell pushy, and it's like
pussy.
that's his catchphrase.
You know, when you had first got cable, you went,
his eyes bulge out.
You get the squiggly
boobs.
lines where you could see a boob.
Right.
Go, I saw a boob. I saw a boob.
I don't know what he's eating on that pizza, guys, but
yeah,
it's.
That's
I thought the song for next week. You come on like a dream, peaches and cream, lips like strawberry wine. You're 11. You're beautiful, and you're mine.
Oh God.
All right.
Hey, didn't Jay like somebody named 11?
He did. I know. That's
Anyway.
what I thought of when Jack said it.
To be fair, he turned out to be right, but at the time,
it was wrong, and we
was
can
wrong.
just call it that. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, he
He's
was.
like,
Yeah, I remember it. Well, the way he phrased it was weird because he just said like, because he was just trying to say like when she gets older she's going to be beautiful because he was comparing her to Natalie Portman. He was like,
sure,
right,
like, and it's like it just came out to where it's like
it never comes out right to say
and
that.
I remember I said, I go, Jay, she's like
You just
13.
don't. Yeah. So anyway, love this conversation, guys. This is fun. Love it.
Nick,
way to keep it creepy.
That was your best song yet.
Well,
I know Matt liked it.
Well, what I liked is that it just like a wizard, it arrived just in time, right? Never late, never early, something like that.
I did want to say I finished Landman. I don't know if you guys have watched Landman.
I did. This season to me was just kind of but that last episode was excellent.
Would you give it an 11?
I think up until the last,
I'm not giving
episode,
up my 11.
I'd given it like a 7.6 or something like that, but then I bumped it up to 8.0 because of just the last
6.7.
Yeah.
I thought it could have. I go because I turned to Cindy. I go, I wonder if they're wrapping it up because it could be the end of the show, but they are going to have a season 3.
Yeah.
I did say, I go, this show is like this show's like a 70s movie. Because at some random time you'll have a girl come in who's wearing underwear, and it's just like going, okay, why is this in here? Why what's the point of this?
So
other than TN, it's like it's like 70s. It's like all of a sudden the girls they get water all over their white shirts or something like that.
So we watched my wife's always looking for different shows or stuff to watch. Like Corner Gas. She discovered that and we've been enjoying that. But she also was just like on HBO and she was like, oh hey, there's this Andy Samberg thing we should watch. Like it looks kind of funny, it's like this sports mockumentary, It's like, okay. I was like, I've seen it. It's funny. I remember it. I just don't remember it because it's been 5 years and I've been stoned since then or whatever. So
yeah, probably, yeah.
So she put it on and we're all watching it. My kids are on their phones or doing other stuff. So, but there's some very explicit sex scenes in that. It's
really?
called 7 Day. I like how you're writing this down. By the way, when I'm saying sex scenes, you're gonna see.
I didn't write gas at the corner.
You're gonna see a lot of dong. Okay.
Oh,
it's that. See,
Jack,
you're penis.
I just crossed it off.
You're anti-penized.
You're
an anti-penite.
I don't even look at my own, so why would I look at somebody else's?
Well, they do it for comedy.
I pee like this.
They do it for. Oh, really? That's why you get sprays everywhere. Cracked that cold case.
I don't want to see it.
Another one done.
I don't want to see it. I'm just not a fan of the penis.
It is funny. 7 Days in Hell is funny. It's a 40-minute sports mockumentary about these two tennis stars kind of having this tennis right. But there are certain moments that all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I did not need to see that. And you're just kind of putting up the hand and there's a couple of moments where I'm like, okay, just fast forward through this part. Like We don't need to see this part. There's like some really hilarious shit.
Did your wife pause it?
If she wants to pause it and go back for those things, sure. That's up to her.
I'm just saying.
Anyway,
hey,
7 days in hell, and if you enjoy that, then let me know.
It reminds me of he had to be a old Gen Zer, in that
old Gen Z.
Not that there is such a thing yet, but like what I mean, like he's just past millennials, but kind of like we've been talking about. It's just like, so I've been going down this rabbit hole of older movies, like 70s, 80s, and 90s, and it's like, what the fuck's up with all the sex scenes? Like, he's like, it's just like you're in the middle of the movie, and then all of a sudden it's just like,
bam,
bam, like we got a 2-minute scene here that's just tits and ass, and it serves no purpose in the movie whatsoever. And you're like, and you don't think about it until someone points that out, and you're like, yeah, you're right. There was a lot of scenes.
Can I tell you, in the 70s and 80s, the movie theaters were packed.
Right.
Now the movie's out for 1 week and it's on cable.
Yeah, but we also have internet, though. I mean, it's a whole different world.
I'm saying that the TNA years saved the movie industry.
Right.
It is funny though, but that's like Landman. It's like, okay, like last week, the girl who was the stripper who's become the therapist.
Right. Oh my God, she walked out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like going, which one is that?
Yeah.
I go, okay, that's. I go, okay, and then she's still in her underwear.
Right.
With the flat tire or the dead battery. I'm like, okay, all right. Does she still have to be in her underwear?
Right. They're doing it just to get people to watch.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Especially at the angle they were showing.
I mean, Laverne and Shirley, like first episode, their pilot episode, they get in their underwear at some point, and you're just like, wow, like, okay. Well, they took off these dresses. They had these dresses and they had to take them off. And so they're just in a slip.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that's the
70s, man. That's pretty
76.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and it's pre what they called the Jiggly era of Three's Company. So
Jiggly was Charlie's Angels.
Oh yeah, Charlie's Angels. But Three's Company falls into the Jiggly.
It does, because you have Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
And guest stars that come in. But Charlie's Angels was the original Jiggle TV, I believe. Matt Trees could probably correct me. But
it's funny because there's this church group kind of in our area, and they have these buses that all have like it's like Charlotte's Angels or something like that, but it's got like somebody like praying and somebody like reading a kid reading a Bible, and then it's kind of weird.
That's like, really not what Charlie's Angels was about.
Well, it's kind of funny though in context.
Yeah, I guess
you're just kind of like, I mean, there was a whole fleet of them. There was a whole fleet of them coming into the Costco as I was leaving yesterday. I was like, well, they must be filling up on gas. So,
Yeah. All right, who was your favorite angel?
Brunette.
Jacqueline Smith.
That's it. Yeah, Jacqueline Smith.
Let me look. Charlie's Angels. Probably the brunette. I'm more of a brunette.
I'm a brunette guy.
I would go. Even though Farrah was. I mean, obviously, I had her poster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'd go with Cheryl Ladd. Cheryl Ladd was my favorite angel.
Probably Lucy Liu.
Who was in Josie and the Pussycats? She's singing for Josie and the Pussycats.
I mean, if I got to go modern era, I'm going Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu. I mean, in Lucy Liu in her prime. I mean, she's still good looking today, but like back, 2000s, early 2000s, like damn.
Ask Bill Murray about Lucy Liu.
She can't act. Yeah. That's why they never made another one. Yeah.
It's funny because I was reading something because they had that Chevy Chase documentary on CNN. I didn't see it, but because I've always liked Chevy Chase. I know he's a dick.
He's a dick, yeah.
But he's funny. I mean,
Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, that Farrah Fawcett hair is really something.
I mean,
but I gotta go with the brunette.
But anyway, they said, why does Bill Murray get a pass?
What do you mean?
Because Bill Murray's an asshole.
Yeah,
and he's Lucy Liu. He's
I think the difference.
Davis said he was kind of but why does Bill Murray get a pass? Because he's likable.
Yeah.
But we hate Chevy Chase because he's not. I mean, I don't know.
I think the difference is that I'm just guessing here, but Bill Murray tends to only be a dick when you put him in the situation where I don't know, but like I've seen too many interviews with Chevy where he's just openly, he's a dick.
I think the difference is that Chevy is a dick, but Bill Murray can be. Wait, Bill Murray's a dick. Chevy Chase is a dick, but a racist dick, and that's the difference.
Well, maybe I don't know. Like I've seen. So like there was one interview. I've seen two. Like there's one where Chevy's young. Oh, it's during the rounds for Caddyshack.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see him go off on the interviewer, like in front of the entire cast.
Something about his shirt or something like that.
Yeah, somebody's shirt. Yeah, and you're just like, damn.
And then Ted Knight and Rodney Dangerfield are like going, what the fuck, Chevy?
What the fuck? Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's just that he's not racist. He's just a homophobic racist. Sorry, you can go ahead now. Yeah, okay.
He's an asshole. He's an asshole. But I be honest with you, he made me laugh. I mean, it's just like you got to kind of separate the two. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
He's a fucking asshole. But then Bill Murray was a fucking asshole.
I think
there's a lot of people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Who are just fucking assholes. I mean,
right.
I mean, I feel bad for Timothy Busfield, who's he got accused of child molestation, but now it's come out that the parents were upset, and it's like, okay, was this guy wrongfully accused? And I mean, he was on a Law and Order SVU one. They're not airing it. There was another movie he's in, and they're trying to airbrush it. They're editing him out of the movie, even though he's in it. And it's like, he may have not have done anything. But, once you're accused, boom. And I would think, for me personally, any child molester should be taken out of the backfield and popped. I mean, I could care less. I mean, I think you should never be allowed out of jail again, because they let him out, they do it again. But the problem is, if you're wrongfully accused, I mean, his career's done. Yeah. I mean, there's no one's going to hire him. Mm-hmm. I mean, if he's guilty, but if he's not, I mean, his career is done. I mean,
well, it should be one of those things. Like, that's one of the things in the legal system that if it's up to me, if you could change something, it would be like anyone that is the plaintiff. You are responsible for almost all the financial things, because that would cut out a lot of the false allegations. Like,
well, if you're
on the hook,
Well, I think if you're found, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Then you should pay all court costs.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's true, then you fuck it, fry the guy.
Right. Going back to Chevy though, I wanted to, the other interview I saw, which was a later one, like probably like 2007-ish, somewhere in there, where he was perfectly fine until the interviewer started asking him very personal questions. And I think there's something in him, like a lot of people, like there's sides to them that they do not want out, and then when you press that button,
right,
because you see him, he basically just, you see him just flip it, like to where now I'm a fucking asshole right now. And he says that.
They asked him about his wife, right?
It's something like that, but he's just like, I'm either going to go two routes. I'm either going to, be a complete this way, or I'm going to tell you something so obtuse that you have no idea if it's true or not. Because fuck you. That's why, and it's just because he doesn't want anyone to know anything about him, or it's just people are.
Well, there's one with Robert Downey Jr. where the guy asked him
that's a good one.
about his drugs, and he's like going,
"What are we doing?
What are we doing here?" He goes, "I want to talk about the movie." He goes, "Well, I just wanted to," and the guy, he goes, took his thing out and he walked out, and I agree with him.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, I don't want to talk about my drug problem. I probably talked about it till I'm blue in the face. Fuck you.
Right.
And I'd be the same way if I was in their situation. Like, because a lot of times they'll go in there and they'll have these rules saying, like, I'm here to talk about this. You can you can ask me about these things, but these two things are completely off limits. And then what do? They immediately ask the thing that's off limits.
And it's funny, that guy, that reporter was in another one where he asked something about someone else. And it's like, It's like I was watching. It was something on TikTok. It was about bad. It was awkward interviews, and they had David Letterman with Lindsay Lohan. He goes, "So when are you going to rehab?"
All right, I remember.
What's rehab? And she's like going, "What?" And he just kept hounding on it and hounding on it. And I go, well, "That's not fair."
Right.
You know, I mean, she's there to promote a movie or something like that. If she wants to talk about it, she can go on Barbara Walters or something like that. Come on, you don't ask someone about that shit. Mm-hmm. What does that have to do with me? Okay, she has a drug problem. What does that have to do with me?
Right.
Anyway,
ratings. We should probably take
yeah. So Nick, you said that there was an email that we had.
Yeah.
Is it from Randy?
No, this is from kind of.
Where's Randy in the chat?
I maybe he's not here tonight. So by the way, we're back on YouTube because it saves the videos so you can go back and watch the meme game. But tonight we don't have a meme game, so hopefully next week I'll have some.
I was all prepared for the meme game.
I'm sorry to let you.
Well, I don't know if you saw it, Nick. The way Matt has changed.
Yeah, no, I like the screen.
It's not the screen is, but because you don't have the crappy A, so I like it.
It was all about the crappy A, apparently. So
it distracted me so much I couldn't concentrate on the game.
Well, you know what I think? I think you're just a porn dog. You ain't nothing but a porn
dog. Humping all the time.
Jesus. Okay, Nick.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Yeah, the email says, "Hey guys, just wanted to write in and tell you how much I enjoyed last week's episode. It was neat to see Jay and Jack back together. You telling the old jokes and the old stories. It made me miss the old days."
That's nice.
The old jokes.
Well, the Jay and Jack.
Whatever.
Yeah. However, I would like to officially petition to never have Jay back on the show.
Wow. Okay.
He disrespected the GOAT with his over-the-top and ungracious win over Jack. He did not hear the point that Matt clearly stated that Nick and Chris clearly have a rule that is not to let Jack win, but not murder him.
I'm sorry.
Also, he was completely rude to the fan favorite Matt. Matt kept trying to tell his story about how I met your mother, and Jay just kept talking over him.
He did. Yeah.
And last but not least, he kept implying that Nick knows nothing about television shows with black people in them, and that he had no life because he has no children and is not married. So Jay clearly stepped over a line and should be banned from the Ramblecast After Dark. Sincerely, hopefully you take this seriously because I'm dead serious. The ghost of Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
So that's got to be you, right?
No, I didn't. It's just an email.
The ghost of Abraham Lincoln.
Well, hey, if you have an email to write in, if you feel this strongly about Jay being on the show or off the show or about Nick, send it to jayandjack.com. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Fuck, what's our email? Send it to RCAD
You can send it to jayandjack.com, but nobody is going to answer that.
I'm sorry. RCADcast@gmail.com. You can send us an email. Let us know what you think. Ghost of Abraham Lincoln. We appreciate you stepping up. And
he did murder me. He did.
He murdered you. He insulted Nick. He insulted me. I mean, he almost barely shit on Chris. I think because he didn't even acknowledge Chris as kind of an insult.
And I'm sitting there thinking, after we were done recording, I go, who has just watched RoboCop? Who the fuck has just watched RoboCop? I think he was cheating.
Yeah.
You think he was using he would grab a screen image and then he would do a quick search.
He goes, "Oh, that's from RoboCop." I go, "The fuck? How's that from?" I go, "RoboCop." I haven't seen RoboCop in 30 years. I liked RoboCop. I saw it in the theater. Like, Who the fuck just watched it last week?
I mean, you brought up some fair points of, saying like, oh, you let your kids watch that, and then he brought up these fair points that you let him watch this shit.
I didn't care about him. I care about my grand.
Oh, okay. You have a line.
There's a line. I mean, it's like my fifth grandchild. He's like three and a half, and he's a real stubborn kid. So they're finally getting him potty trained, right? At 3.5, and he's just. And I personally, I thought I was done with this shit, potty training, but
yeah,
he's been pretty good for the most part. Today
he went pulling me back in.
Exactly, he went pee and poop on the toilet today.
Nice,
a little poopy, a little pee-pee. And so then, anyway, I have my video game over here that Jay actually bought me. It's Centipede and all asteroids, all this stuff, and they like to play back and forth. I go,
sure, he helps you guys out.
I go, what is that smell? I go, first I go to Jackson, who's still in his diapers. He goes, but he's afraid to poop, so he goes through this whole song, because his mom was the same way. And in fact, I said today, because Cindy goes, what's the problem about potty training? I go, your daughter Heather, and I pointed at Heather. I should have mentioned her name. Heather. She broke me. She wouldn't poop. She was so afraid to poop. It'd come out like a rock.
Right.
To hold her hand.
Just compacted.
I'd be like going, oh my God, just poop. Well, he's the same way. He doesn't like to poop. So if he has to poop, he'll literally hold it for like 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
He's like, so you have to anyway. So I forgot where I was going with the story, but
what would help is a bidet. You just hold him over that bidet. Yeah. You let that water shoot right up in there. And it'll slide all right.
I think it'd freak him out. So anyway, it turns out it was Ashton.
Use a garden hose. Could also work.
Well, I go, what the heck? I go, no, dude, you don't have a diaper on. And he's pee. I go, did you pee your pants too? You were just on the toilet 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. He goes, I'm sorry. I go, yeah, whatever. And so they pull the pants off. Hey, Randy.
You tuned in from Indonesia just to hear this poopy pee story.
So it goes, he's freaking out because it's on his hands because the poop is everywhere because there's no diaper. It's just everywhere. I go, it's on my hand too. So it's this green grunty poop. And I'm like, I'm trying to clean him up and it's all, I go, oh my God. And Cindy goes, because I told her about you need to be more patient. You need more patient. He's just learning. I go, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to change. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But I have to do it. But anyway, so it's like, oh my God, it's so nasty trying to train. And he's, he can be good. And
it doesn't seem like Cindy's helping out.
No, she's not. It's all my fault. The kid shit his pants. After he was just on the toilet. And he's looked at me like, sorry. I go, you pain in the ass. He's such a smart ass. He's just, and so he goes, you know who he is? He goes, he's you. I go, I know. Poor kid's going to just have a rough life. Rough life.
But I remember Colleen even saying that about Zach, because Zach, I don't think was potty trained till he's like 6, because he would not go. And I'm like, he's 6. And they're like, yeah, like he's not going to be able to go to kindergarten or first grade until he finally learns to shit in the toilet.
It's just a different era. I mean,
so I will say this with potty training. I remember this with my son because
not you're going to say you remember with you.
With him, there was a moment where my wife was like, okay, we're going to go no diaper. Okay. We're just going to let him go. No diaper. This is a way of doing it, but it's like you get messes from it, right?
Oh my God.
So I'm like, okay, this is what we're doing. I think we're like, I don't know how many hours we're into this no diaper, right? And he begins peeing down one of the air vents.
Nice.
And it liquid always finds the lowest point.
Right.
So where does this travel? It goes down the air vent all the way down to finds a moment where it can come down right on top of my sketchbook. on my desk.
It's art. It's art, man.
That whole thing just
It is
got
art.
urinated.
It is
It's
art.
water. It's water art. Yeah.
I mean, I know the sketchbook.
Watercolors.
Your watercolors. Yeah.
I know the sketchbook, and I was
Do you
so
still
I
have-
was so
Do you still have that
Frustrated.
sketchbook?
I do.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated. I was. Oh.
It's tough because you can't.
It was a
really-
setback. It was a setback. And the thing is that when it happens to one parent, the other parent's like,
Right.
you know, like,
It happened. What
it happened. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, but he didn't just pee on your stuff. So anyway, I do remember though, fondly, he would hide. He would go off to the other side of the room, and it would just be this moment where they're like, kind of like, what is that, like old, Blair Witch Project? They're like children, kind of in the corner,
Right.
just
Right.
kind of like looking back at you, like, yeah, I'm doing it, man, I'm doing it, like, and you're just like, crap, not now, come on. And there was
in fact, that's what he did today. Because I was sitting right where I'm sitting now,
Mhm.
and I go, "What are you doing?" Nothing.
They have this
What-
look in their eye. It's
What are you
like
doing?
this
Nothing.
far away kind of like, but they're also making eye contact with you, but not. It's creepy.
Because
Um,
he's such a smart ass. Because yesterday I was like, "Hey, do you want something to eat? You want something?" He goes, "No, I'm not hungry." I go, "You want something?" So I'm starting to. I go, "Come on, let's eat something. You got to eat something." "No, I'm not hungry. You got to have lunch." No. He goes, "I'm not hungry." I go, "So what do you want to eat?" I go, You're just such a smart. He can be such a great kid, but man, it's just
Well,
like, he's
before-
so stubborn.
Before I turn hangry, as my son also does, who's on the other side now, being 15 and coming home angry, like he's.
Well, doesn't he have a
got
Jack
that-
in the Box by him? You get a couple tacos.
No, that's way too far out of our range of.
Man,
We have other food better food when he comes home to eat.
There's not. Oh, whoa! There's nothing better than Jack in the Box.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
We're talking about-
we
If-
beg
if-
to differ on
if-
that.
If we're talking about poop, nothing's better than Jack in the Box tacos.
Randy in the chat says RCA After Dark has come down to potty training. Yes, that's where we're at.
And 11-year-olds.
Yep.
I hate
Okay,
potty
man.
training 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
Our-
Well,
our,
that's a whole other thing.
It's the one thing I wish I really had in this town is a Jack in the Box, though, because like the nearest one's a good.
I thought you were
30
going to say 11-year-old that need
No,
to be.
I thought you were going to say potty training.
No. Our Carl's Jr. just went out of business, and so I'm hoping.
Really?
I'm hoping that Jack in the Box gets put in there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Carl's Jr. It's in between two that are way more successful franchises, and there's not. I mean, to me, Carl's Jr. is not really that good. I mean,
The Western bacon cheeseburger though is great.
yeah, but it went out, and so I'm hoping that I would much rather have Jack in the Box, because to me, Jack in the Box has everything I want. It's got curly fries, it's got the tacos, it's got the Frisco
Hamburger.
burger, which is the sourdough Jack. Like they've got like a lot of different.
It has a lot of options.
It's been a while since I've had some curly fries. That sounds good.
I'm not a big curly fries fan.
Oh, I
Really?
love it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the only
I
reason
like
why I
it.
go to Arby's is to get curly fries. Yeah.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Arby's because we have down at Nightdale there's a Chick-fil-A, and of course Chick-fil-A is packed.
Yeah.
And this Arby's, every time I drive, I go, how is it open? There's nobody there, and sometimes it's closed during the day because I'm just like Arby's. Chick-fil-A has two lines going, and it's massive, and I'm like going, Arby's. Nobody's there, and it's been there for like 10 years. I don't know how it's been. I don't know why it's still there.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're making any money.
I tell you what, you should try at Arby's.
They're not.
You don't go for the sandwiches. You go because they have curly fries, and then the best thing on their menu is the mozzarella sticks. Hands down.
Mozzarella sticks. I like the regular roast beef. I got to be honest with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. They used to have. They still have one of them, but the best one. They had a turkey sandwich, which was fucking unbelievable for years, and they got rid of it like 3 years ago. When I go now, which is rare, I get the French dip, but I really just go to get the cheese sticks and the curly fries.
Their apple turnovers, I don't know if they still have them, but those used to be the best. Yeah. Used to be the best apple turnovers.
Well, I'm about to turn over this apple. Anyway,
We don't want Matt getting hangry.
Well, it's just, we're almost reaching that 2-hour mark,
Hey! I'm gonna watch a Twilight Zone after this.
All cool. Right, I'm gonna work on a meme.
Oh wait, I forgot to say,
mm-hmm.
At my daughter's house, she has a giant chalkboard that they painted the wall with.
With chalkboard paint.
And they put a frame around it. I said, "Hey kids," the two older kids. I said to Ava and.
Paint with poop.
Maybe it's poop. No. I was about to say, you beat me to it.
Well, you can be an artist, but anyway, I said, "Hey, make a porthole. You could go into another dimension." And so they put their heads up. I go, "What did you see?" And Hayden goes, "I saw aliens." So it was like different thing. And I forget what Ava said, but they were doing their imagination. They drew a square.
Oh wow!
And they're putting it's a whole nother dimension. It's
that's cool.
It's like another world. And they were like going, "Oh, I could see this and I could see that." And I go,
every now and then, you really pull out some really top notch grandparenting.
There you go. I'm here to expand their horizon to make.
Randy's like beef and cheddar.
Beef. I don't like the cheddar they use. The cheese. Because what I do with the beef sandwich, I get the barbecue sauce because they have good barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And coat it on.
My wife made a pork chop this afternoon.
Pork chop. With thick or small or skinny?
Was it Ruth Chris's?
Yeah. It was not Ruth Chris, so maybe this big. We one of the Christmas presents that I got for us, for my wife, is we have a kind of a meat delivery, like a local, there's like a local.
Do you have a stud that comes over?
No, it's like a local farms kind of community thing where you're getting more direct from farmers meat, and so
like Omaha steaks.
Like every week we can also schedule it too, like either 4 weeks, 6 weeks, the regularity. We can choose what we want in it. We want to take other stuff out. And so the first box that came had pork chops in it. And it's like one of those things that we usually don't.
Any applesauce?
Well, actually my wife had some apples that she had cooked up. So yeah.
Nice.
But anyway, that was something that we usually don't eat, but it was in the box. So it was kind of like, oh, okay, let's try this. But they had like the sausage, it has bacon, it had some hamburger, it had steaks, had some chicken in it, and it all comes kind of like.
I get this?
I mean, it costs because it's like you're having it delivered, but it's also like, I feel like it's more us direct to the farmer for
less
one.
Antibiotics in it.
Well, I asked them to put more in there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, hey, can I have
you're looking for some muscle.
Can you just inject the bleach into the steak so I can eat it that way? I hear that will help me. Anyway,
how did your wife cook the pork chop?
Yeah. I'm curious too.
I don't know. I just came home and it was cooked.
Oh. I've got a good recipe.
I think she just did it on a skillet, but she looked up something. I mean, she cooks stuff all the time, so
I've got a good recipe for pork chops, but I always get what they call breakfast pork chops. They're super thin and small for their pork chop. And what you do is you get a tray and you kind of put maybe a 1/4 inch of orange juice in there, and then you put brown sugar on top of orange juice. Yeah.
Okay.
Orange juice. Yeah. And they're just orange baked pork chops, and you kind of let them sit in the fridge overnight, let the orange juice kind of absorb into the meat. And then they're fucking excellent. Because pork chops are such a hard thing to get right, because they can be very tough. But like these are usually pretty good.
She didn't cook it tough. It was nice.
Have a good time, Randy. Well, Cindy, she doesn't cook a lot, but when she what she does with the pork chops is she breads them, gets some flour.
Yeah.
She fries them, and so it's like with the oil and stuff. They're amazing.
I think she did some type of frying, in a skillet, because then she left that there because she had some sausages that she made that she cooked up for pizza. We had pizza tonight, and she put some of the sausage and cooked some up for tomorrow morning's breakfast as well. So, but anyway, it's just been. I don't know why I brought that up. I guess the pork chop, but
Yeah, it does sound good though.
All of this is making me hungry. I hope everyone out there.
Next time I go to Ruth Chris, I might just get the steak. I don't know. I don't know.
I wanted to thank everybody that joined us live in the chat. Matt Treese dropping the knowledge here.
Wait,
Randy,
I gotta stop you for 1 second.
What?
Randy, you don't put applesauce on the pork chop. Remember, it's from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
What do we have for
pork
dinner?
chops and applesauce.
Pork chops and applesauce. I can't say pork chops without saying applesauce. There we go. All right, go ahead. Finish your spiel.
Yeah, my spiel. Thanks. Would you like to do the spiel?
Nope.
Okay, thanks.
I'm not the producer.
I'm producer by default at this point. Matt K, thanks also for joining us in the chat. Those are the people that I know. The people that I don't know, thanks for watching us as well on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube at Rambecast Afterdark, all spelled out like that. You can find that. Hit subscribe. We're staying on YouTube for the foreseeable future because it saves our videos, and that way people can go back and watch our Beam games that way. We have a bigger following here, so we'll just keep it that way. Thanks for everybody joining us. I want to thank the patrons that make this show possible. Go over to jandjack.com, become a patron. There's some patrons that have made this show possible. Ed, the cool California letter carrier. So Joanne, as well as Eckhart. Thank you for doing what you do. And we'll see you next time on the Ramblecast. Probably next Thursday. I'm open. So take care, everyone. I like how Nick's looking around. Yeah, maybe that'll work.
Yeah. No, because next week I'm available. The next week I'm not.
What the fuck is your problem? You become such a prima donna.